Aquaphobia is an irrational fear of swimming pools and similar bodies of water, and millions suffer from it. Whether you think you have aquaphobia or not, when you see some of the pools we're about to show you in this video, you'll probably be terrified either way. Here are the top 10 scariest swimming pools you won't believe exist. Number 10. Sanctuary Swallow Camp Pool. The pools we mention on this list are scary because of the pool itself. But while this pool is located in a wildlife sanctuary in Tanzania, may be harmless on its own, the stakes get significantly higher when you find out that there are lions and rhinos that could possibly attack you without warning. If you're an animal lover, though, the Sanctuary Swallow Camp is an amazing place to visit, with all kinds of African wildlife in the area and options of a safari right next to your hotel room. Just keep an ear out for the occasional roar. Number 9. Golden Nugget. We've mentioned how terrifying it can be to swim around a bunch of lions in a sanctuary, but can you imagine swimming with a bunch of untamed sharks? Well, that's exactly what you can do at the Golden Nugget in Las Vegas. One part of the pool takes you through a tube where you can see all kinds of crazy aquatic animals. While it isn't exactly swimming with sharks, it's pretty close. And it can still be quite terrifying to not only see these creatures so up close, but actually swim with them. No sort of accident has happened at the Golden Nugget so far, but we're not ruling that out either. Number 8. Pool of Blood. When you're out for a swim, you'd probably feel more comfortable if the color of the water is blue, not red. Well, this resort in Thailand decided it wants a pool that has water of a color that's strikingly similar to that of actual blood. If you go for a swim there, you won't be doused in red dye though. The color of the water isn't actually red. The resort uses an optical illusion where the color of the tiles, as well as the lights underneath the water, are all dark red, which makes the pool seem as if the water is completely red. In reality, the color of the water is plain, like any other pool. The illusion is actually quite neat, although the visuals it produces can still be a little unsettling if you're easily scared. Number 7. The Hemeroscopium House. If you're rich, you can build all sorts of things, and no one can bat an eyelid. But when you take a look at the pool in this house in Madrid, Spain, all you can think of is, how did this even get approved? While housing regulation fines may be nothing to the owner of this mansion, it still doesn't make any of us want to risk swimming in this pool. The pool extends over the rooftop of this entire house and then extends even further, with the extension almost equaling the size of the house itself. There is no way something like this can be safely made, no matter how much money you've thrown at a fancy architect. It does look pretty cool though. If you're uncomfortable with swimming on the rooftop pool, this house also offers a pool on the ground floor. Number 6. The Queen Mary's FirstClass Swimming Pool. The Queen Mary's FirstClass Swimming Pool in the RMS Queen Mary ship, which is now docked in Long Beach, California, is considered one of the most haunted swimming pools to exist. The swimming pool was built around 100 years ago and was quite popular among cruise goers. However, people weren't as experienced swimmers back in the day as they are now, and lifeguards mostly didn't exist, or they lacked the proper training to actually save a life. Therefore, there were multiple drowning fatalities in this pool every year. Today, the pool lies abandoned with all of the water drained out, and the pool's location itself is thought to be haunted by the ghosts of all the people who died in it. Number 5. Pripyat Abandoned Pool. Pripyat was the largest city in the Chernobyl nuclear disaster site in the Ukraine, and most of the city had to be evacuated because of the high levels of radioactive chemicals in the air and the surface of the city. Today, Pripyat is still extremely dangerous to be in, but a few tours can be organized through tour companies. One popular site the tourists visit in Pripyat is a now abandoned pool from the Soviet era. Although it's now abandoned, the pool was actually actively used until 1998, 12 years after the Chernobyl nuclear disaster. Even though it was considered relatively safe compared to the rest of Pripyat, we do not recommend you go swimming in this pool anytime soon. Number 4. Marina Bay Sands Infinity Pool. The infinity pool at the Marina Bay Sands Resort in Singapore is probably one of the most well-known swimming pools on the planet. The pool is located almost 630 feet up in the air, making it the highest elevated pool in the world. What's even more crazy is that there is seemingly a very sharp edge where the pool completely ends, with nothing but a 600-foot drop ahead of you. Obviously, there are safety precautions taken by authorities to make sure nothing like that ever happens. You'd probably be especially scared of swimming here if you have a fear of heights, but if you're comfortable with a pool like this, it can be a great experience. Number 3. The Jewel. The Jewel is an interesting early skyscraper located in Dallas with some seriously impressive architecture from the Art Deco era. Everything about the building and the hotel seems normal until you take a look at its pool. The pool is a cantilevered rooftop pool located 8 stories above the ground. There is also a glass window at the Jewel's rooftop pool that'll seriously make you feel like you're floating right above the city. The structure itself is quite secure, but as we've mentioned before, it's probably going to be terrifying if you're even slightly scared of heights. Number 2. Devil's Pool, Victoria Falls. Victoria Falls is the world's highest waterfall located between Zambia and Zimbabwe, and it makes Niagara Falls look like a dwarf. There are plenty of tourist attractions within and around Victoria Falls, and an accident at these falls can happen anywhere. But no attraction is scarier than the Devil's Pool. Devil's Pool is actually a natural pool formation in Victoria Falls, which means there haven't been any man-made safety features added to it. At the Devil's Pool, you can get a gorgeous view of the falls itself from the edge of a cliff, and although no one has died, one little gush of water could be the ultimate end of you. Number 1. The Holiday Inn. The Holiday Inn is known for its great rates and good service, but this hotel in Shanghai, China is known for something a little scarier. The Holiday Inn in Shanghai features a pool that's suspended over the 24th floor, which is already super crazy on its own, as it takes elements from the already crazy Hermoscopium House in Madrid, but takes it even higher. It takes elements from the Marina Bay Sands in Singapore by making a pool with a sharp edge that looks like you could fall right off at any wrong move. It also adds its own twist to these elements by making the floor of the pool see-through glass. As you're swimming suspended 24 stories into the air, you'll see a road that you can potentially fall onto if there's some sort of accident. This pool is clearly not for the faint of heart, but it actually may be safer than you think. Well, that's a wrap for the top 10 scariest swimming pools you won't believe exist. Would you fancy going for a swim in any of these insane pools? Well, let us know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos just like this. We'll see you next time.